Welcome to another Bedtime and Beyond Learning Kit video. Today we'll be talking about your Tactile Graphics Kit. Your Tactile Graphics Kit is in a large bag in your kit. It has a zippered top, and it has kind of a texture. It's some kind of checkerboard texture. Inside, we have lots and lots of goodies. First thing we'll talk about is your screen board and paper. Each kit has a screen board, and it's a clipboard, a brown clipboard with a purple substrate glued onto it. Okay. And that's what makes it a screen board. A screen board is a tool that we can use to make our drawings tactile. Now, I just took your kit should have about 3 pieces of copy paper on it. I just took 2 away because we only need 1 at a time. I'm going to pick out a crayon from my batch, and I have the screen board with 1 piece of copy paper. I'm going to draw on my screen board. I'm trying to draw a heart, so I made 1 part of the heart. Other part of the heart. Yeah, my heart's never even. But so I've made the heart. I just drew it with the crayon on the screen board. Now I'm going to turn, and I'm going to actually hold the heart up on the back of the screen board, which is just smooth. It's just cardboard or whatever it's called. And now I can feel the heart, because what happens is that screen board that I'm turning to the purple side, that rough side, that actually grabs some of the wax from the crayon, and it makes it stay on the paper even after the wax isn't, the screen board part isn't there. So that's a really fun way for your child to learn to color. Why should they learn to color? It builds those fine motor skills that are going to be needed for lots of things. And it's something that a lot of kids do. Also, it gives some proprioceptive feedback. It's a consequence. I'm drawing, and now it's something's there, and I can interact with it. It's not just I'm drawing and I don't know what's there. I know I drew there, but it doesn't really, I can't interact. But this time I can. You might find your kids scribbling fabulous. Just exploring this as a way to do something fun and artistic, just like a lot of sighted kids do. So have a ton of fun with the screen board. Great thing is this is just regular copy paper. I've actually been known to use even junk mail. If you're getting if you have some junk mail that you don't really care about, it's not something that you're worried about somebody else seeing it doesn't have private information, heck, use it, no problem. Because of course your child's going to be feeling the picture instead of just looking at it. Now, if your child, or if you want to use fresh paper, that's great too. But again, you don't have to, especially if we're just having fun scribbling. Great game for the car, great time to just explore. Next, we have our tactile graphics sheets. These tactile graphics were made on an embosser, a brailer, but they're made just like a brailer would. So this is something that you could talk to your EI providers or service providers about to get more tactile graphics. One of them is included is a bear, a teddy bear. The big teddy bear, we can explore his eyes. This is all tactile. So you can help your child explore. I really recommend starting at the top left, just like we do when we're reading. And let's go across. So I'm starting at the top, there's nothing up here. So I'm going to I'm not going to use just my fingertips, I'm going to use my whole fingers, but not my palm. But I'm not going to point. I'm going to use them as a whole, as a fan almost. Oh, what did I find? I found some ears. I bet I found ears. That's really cool. And then, so now I know it's an ear. I bet that's part of his head. Oh, nifty. Now I'm coming back to the left, and what on earth? What could that be? Oh, there's 2 of them. And ask you, what do you think that might be? Part of his ear? Could be. Could be. Let's keep going. We have 2 things right here. Let's keep going. Oh, okay, there's one kind of roundish thing. All right. And then nothing else. I wonder if that's eyes and nose. So you can help your child explore through silly questions sometimes, but it helps your child think, and not giving them all the answers all the time is really helpful to give them the confidence that, hey, maybe I know something. Um, Also, if they get it wrong, now they can start building, because we learn best when we do something wrong. So, okay, I thought that was part of the ear, but it was lower. So yeah, it makes sense that eyes are right here on a teddy bear's face. Um, that's a great way for them to start making those connections that they're going to use throughout their lives. Other parts of the Tactile Graphics Kit include some learning blocks, some counting blocks. Uh, these are wonderful to build that numeracy understanding of numbers, that one-to-one correspondence, but then they can also build fun shapes and creations. I just put the my blocks in a funny shape. Some are vertical, some are horizontal. And these blocks you can do that with. The only thing is these are a potential choking hazard, so they should only be used when supervised with any child that may have a choking hazard warning. But so many things you can do with counting blocks, and not just counting, they can be building blocks, they can be all sorts of things. These blocks are special because each cube has 6 sides. If I'm holding it with a point, there's a part of the cube that juts out, and that's on the top. I'm holding that on the top. The bottom has a hole for one of those another jut out to go into, but guess what? So do all 4 sides. So you can make some really fun shapes, do corners and things that we might not do with other kinds of counting blocks. Really fun toy. Another, we have a textured sponge. This sponge can be used for lots of things. Sometimes our kids are a little bit nervous to touch different textures. Just having this around and playing with it ourselves, not pulling our kids' hands to it, but just playing with it ourselves and say, oh, this is so cool. Part of it's a little rough, but I like it. It's almost like a cat's tongue, or it's almost like on my screen board. Oh, it's kind of nifty. And the other side, it is so smooth. It's really smooth. Would you like to touch it? And you can say, I'm putting it in front of your hand. I have my hand on top of it. If you want to put your hand on top of mine, we can touch it together. But again, don't grab your child, don't force it, just invite them. And they say, no, 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 no. Cool, no problem. You can verbally say, this is fun. I hope you want to play with it later, because I really like it. I think I'm going to be playing with it for a few minutes now because it's so great. That is a way to invite your child, and also to give your child the power to say no. And that's something we all deserve. Lastly, in your kit, we have some safety scissors. These are great because you can put you have a hinge. If you put it up, it will pop open on their own. You have the hinge down by the handle. They just work like regular scissors. Also, safety scissors are special because guess what? They can't cut hair. They cannot at all cut hair, but they can cut paper. Great. And then, of course, a glue stick, because what are we going to do with all the paper we cut? Glue stick. Thank you. I hope you have a great time with your children. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.